Teachers played a pivotal role in my early life and really shaped who I became as a teacher. My family was not unlike the families here in Kern County. I had a loving mother and a father and three sisters, and we just had a beautiful life together. However, my father had mental illness and was in and out of VA hospitals most of his life. And when he was in the hospital, he was not able to work. When he was out of the hospital, he'd work 2 or 3 jobs to put food on the table for us and take care of us. But as a result, we moved around a lot and we struggled with poverty. But what I learned is that when I would go to a new classroom, every time I moved to a new school, I would connect with one individual, a teacher, a custodian, someone who cared about me and made me feel important. And that left a lasting imprint on me. And so as a teacher, when I had my first classroom, the very first thing I would do is create that social, emotional support and that safe environment where students felt cared for and supported by one another, and that they knew that I had their best interests in mind before I focused on academics.
Mary Barlow is truly a pioneering superintendent. She has vision. She believes in equity for all. She has worked and strived to make sure that children not only learn to read and write, but they also are able to learn. And by that I mean she knows that a kid's not going to learn if they're sitting in a classroom with an empty belly. The child's not going to learn if they spent the night in the closet hiding because of domestic violence. She knows that there's more to reading and writing. There needs to be emotional support, social support, making sure that families are whole and have the opportunity for those kids to come to school ready to learn.
Being inducted into the CSUB Hall of Fame is absolutely humbling. I am completely honored, especially to share the stage with these phenomenal leaders. And it's the 50th anniversary. I also want to say that I hope that this encourages other people, students who are considering where they want to go to school, that they really do not have to travel far to get an incredibly excellent education and stay in their community and change their community and pay it forward.
There is not another person that I think is more deserving to be an alumni Hall of Famer than Mary Barlow. One of my favorite sayings is, when people show you what they are, believe them. And Mary has shown me that she is a person of integrity, a person of class. She's tenacious, compassionate, intelligent, and she's a true leader. She truly believes in people, and she gives people the skills and tools they need to succeed. Mary is truly somebody that belongs in the CSUB Hall of Fame.
I'd really like to thank all the faculty members here, past and present, at CSUB who helped me shape the leader I have become, and also continue to work so diligently on the Kern Education Pledge, which will bring change and better outcomes for students across Kern County. I would like to thank Dr. Lynette Zelezny for her amazing and inspirational leadership and energy. I would like to thank the Alumni Association for selecting me for this great honor. And I would also like to thank my senior cabinet for coming alongside and making sure that every hour of every day of the past 9 months, we have focused on serving the students of Kern County. And finally, I would like to thank my husband, Steve, and my amazing children, Tony, Matt, Ryan, Sarah, Kendall, Alicia, and little Fernie, because they have been supportive and loving throughout this whole journey.